Migration domination, migration domination. Move to a fresh city or some other nation. Migration domination, migration domination. Remember these words or you'll face frustration. Solemn is when immigrants get protection, cause in their home country they face rejection. Talented people leave you got brain drain, so the number of smart people is hard to maintain. Circulation, repetitive migration lasting only a short duration. Chain migration, people follow their family to a brand new nation. Counter-urbanization, moving from urban to rural, a new location. Migration domination, migration domination. Move to a fresh city or some other nation. Migration domination, migration domination. Remember these words or you'll face frustration. Immigration is when people move out of their own nation. If the water don't drain, that's called a floodplain. When you have no choice in moving to a new nation, you just become a victim of forced migration. Guest workers migrate to MDC to find good labor. If you don't like them, then you a hater. Migration domination, migration domination. Move to a fresh city or some other nation. Migration domination, migration domination. Remember these words or you'll face frustration. Wanna move into a new nation? Man, that's called immigration. Immigration wave is when large numbers of people immigrate one way. Internal migration is permanent movement inside the same nation. Internal refugees are forced to flee, but they always remain in the same country. When people move to a foreign nation, they experience international migration. Migration domination, migration domination. Move to a fresh city or some other nation. Migration domination, migration domination. Remember these words or you'll face frustration.
Migration domination, migration domination. Move to a fresh city or some other nation. Migration domination, migration domination. Remember these words or you'll face frustration. Interregional migration is a permanent move to a different region of a nation. Intervening obstacles give you trouble, they make migration a bit of a struggle. Interregional migration means movement within the same region of a nation. Migration domination, migration domination. Move to a fresh city or to some other nation. Migration domination, migration domination. Remember these words or you'll face frustration. When you migrate with your family, there's kinship links, even with your Uncle Barry who stinks. Migration transition is a change in position, which results in a change in population. Mobility is the ability to move from one location to another. You hear me, brother? People coming in and people coming out is what net migration is all about. Periodic movement to temporary location, kind of like your yearly vacation. Pull factors induce people to a new location. A good example is a lucrative occupation. Migration domination, migration domination. Move to a fresh city or some other nation. Migration domination, migration domination. Remember these words, you'll face frustration. A meltdown of a nuclear reactor. That's a dope example of a push factor. Quotas are limit set on immigration to squash the flow of people into a nation. A protege left me to move to New Zealand. She feared the nation, now she's just a refugee. Remittances are sent so you can buy a car. With the paper you can go very far. Migration domination, migration domination. Move to a fresh city or some other nation. Migration domination, migration domination. Remember these words, you'll face frustration. Step migration happens in stages. People do it so they can make more wages. Hey you, please don't mock, because transhumance is the seasonal movement of people with livestock. Unauthorized immigrants, they talking about me. I come here with no papers for the migrant to see. Voluntary immigration, that's like moving from Dallas to Mesquite, but you'd rather come here and not face the heat. Migration domination, migration domination. Move to some fresh city or some other nation. Migration domination, migration domination. Remember these words or you'll face frustration.